Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Syracuse Orange. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Bulls will kick this away to get us going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on third down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And this one is caught. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matches.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. Airing this one out toward the sideline. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down.
Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
The Bulls trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down and goal upcoming. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USF. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kirk.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
14, Syracuse, 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. He'll start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, takes a shot. The pass is intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, South Florida. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
South Florida, 21, Syracuse, 0.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receivers are bunched together. He hands it off from the gun. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Syracuse lines up quickly. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
They'll kick it away here. No fair catch, looking to return this punt. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. Here comes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Touchdown, Bulls. Still no answer for the passing game.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the PAT is good. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On first down, it's play action. Receiver makes the grab, and he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
First down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Then he'll run out of bounds, picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Orangemen. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. After the PAT, they trail 28-7. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they're finally able to bring him down. That's a big momentum play to wrap up the first quarter. we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags the quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a wide open receiver complete into the end zone. Touchdown, USF.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
Point after, knocked right through.
35, Syracuse, 7.
Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And he throws his third interception of the day. Going the other way, can they catch him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Bulls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
There you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's thrown down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Chris, I don't think he would have gotten the first down regardless. Job by this defense of knowing where the first down marker is and then coming in with bad intentions to create that turnover, get the ball back to their offense.
So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They can't slow him down. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. Syracuse is now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Syracuse. See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
All I can think of is maybe they saw something in the first quarter that made them think that an onside kick would work here. But they came up a bit short. Now we'll see if their defense can hold them and limit the damage.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Florida.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
42, Syracuse, 14.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Breaking tackles. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Syracuse lines up quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he fumbles. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Hard running there, breaking tackles. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10.
On the ready? Pound 55.
Back's got it again. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Here's the second down play. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
The USF offense is back out there now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Bulls. No chance to catch him.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
Looks like one more play here before halftime.
Let's go.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Oh, and he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown.
Of all the skilled players on the field, I think this guy might be as gifted as anybody. What a great demonstration of instincts and just raw speed. Once he got into the open field, nobody was going to catch him.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
14.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Takes the handoff again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Can he make it to the marker? That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
On the double.
Important 2nd down play coming up.
42, Spider. Ready down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field.
Cobra.
Movement here from the tight end. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Got it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
Spider.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver occurred perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
Lasso. Ringo.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he gets into the end zone to further cut into this lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And it looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with a big touchdown pass. Can the defense make a... He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, USF. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
63, Syracuse, 22.
This one will be fair caught. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Slap.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. South Florida, 63. Syracuse, 22.
Okay, ready? Set.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Takes the handoff again. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Fires it to the wideout, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
On the ready.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead.
Jackrabbit.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments, looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, South Florida. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
South Florida, 70. Syracuse.
And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Ready?
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Black 24. Black 24. 29 Philly.
To throw, it's Montgomery. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Touchdown, Syracuse. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user have not turned the game off and reset and playing into the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
That's a design quarterback keeper. And he makes it into the end zone to cut this lead a little more. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete in the back corner.
Incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Receiver makes the catch. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
77, Syracuse, 30.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
To the air, it's Montgomery, bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, USF. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Looking for the wideout. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost him.
Touchdown, South Florida. And this one is getting ugly. Here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
91. Syracuse, 30.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. Tackled behind the line, it's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And there's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. On the run here, lets it go. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bulls. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.